Hi, everyone. We are ready to roll for our Facebook Live event. So it's going to be a little quiet for a little while, and I'm going to finish getting ready. So I hope that everybody will join in soon. Now the computer's all set up and ready to roll. Hi, Seetsamas. Now the computer's all set up and ready to roll. This is the awkward time when you don't know what to do while everybody's joining in. We can dance. No, nobody wants to see that. Hi, Seetsamas. Hi, Mandy. Do you guys have your pencils? And your paper? Hope so. Tigger's here to supervise. Tigger is my spirit animal, just so you know. It is officially 1 o'clock. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes. By the way, can you see? Is this a kitty cat watch or a bunny rabbit watch? The jury is still out. I think it's a kitty cat watch, but other people are saying that the ears are too long. I don't know. Either way, I love my watch. All right, so far we have Abby, Titus, and Josh in Montana that are joining us. And Mandy is here. I don't know if Mandy's going to have to skip out and go to class this time or if we're doing this afterwards. Who knows? It will be fun. All right, while everybody's getting here, I'm going to take a minute and zip out because I'm thirsty and I don't have anything sitting at my desk to drink. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this morning, when I signed in to work, I messaged my boss to let her know that I was officially starting, even though I'd been working for like an hour and a half before it was time to start. And I just sent her a message to let her know that she was paying me to sit and draw cartoons. How good is that? Like, that's the job of all jobs, to get paid to sit and draw. Woohoo! So thank you guys for giving me an excuse for work to just sit and draw. So excited. All right, so let's get started. I have my coconut water. So the things you're going to need: paper of some kind. Cardstock's going to work best. Very expensive equipment. This is my favorite brand of pencil. It's Ticonderoga by Dixon. And you can get them at every store, but I just like the lead in the Ticonderogas. It's one of those weird things. The Generals are really nice also. And yes, Mandy, this video will be available, or Morgan, I'm sorry. I can't see. I have to take my glasses off to see things. Morgan says, will this video be available later? My hubby took the boys fishing while they were looking forward to doing art day. Yes, the video will be available on the Art Center's Facebook page. So, anyway, back to, we need paper. Cardstock works better, or if you have watercolor paper, something like that. Pencil, I love Ticonderoga. Markers. I had to go to the store and buy markers today because I have a bunch of them, but they're all being held hostage at the Art Center, and I didn't have any at my house. So I put my face mask on and my gloves on, and I went to Walmart this morning. You might need an eraser, and that's all you need. You can draw without Tigger. It's a little harder, but you can draw without Tigger. Okay, so first thing I want to do, because I'm so into children's literacy, so I want to read just a little bit of one of my all-time favorite books. When my kids were little, we had so much of this book memorized because I read it over and over and over again. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. And yes, the words are all backwards because I'm here all by myself today. And so the camera is pointing towards me instead of the rear-facing camera. The front-facing camera is the, I think, correct word. Okay, so Dr. Seuss, love the creativity and the artistry of Dr. Seuss. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I thought this was appropriate since we're doing shark cards. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are sad. Some are glad. And some are very, very bad. Isn't that right, Eric Sietsema? Yeah. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. Some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. From here to there, from there to here. Funny things are everywhere. That's all the more of that book that I'm going to read. Because it's hard to read Dr. Seuss out loud with all the rhyming words and the nonsense words, and it gets real crazy. So, I wanted to do this because I want you guys to look at these fish. They don't look very stiff. They show a lot of emotion. Like, look at that. Like, if I covered everything else except for the eyes, you could tell that fish was sad. And same with that. You can tell that one is either surprised or happy. So you can add a lot of things into a basic drawing to make them more and more interesting. And so that's kind of what we're going to be working on today. Hi, Beth Bays. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Sherry Sauter. Glad you're joining in too. Beth, watch this video and then do your own, because I can just see your artwork with this card. It'll be amazing. Beth and I, well, we were basically sisters when we were kids. She has 2 sisters. I have 2 sisters. We were all about the same age, the 6 girls, if you can just imagine. And there were brothers involved, but they don't matter, do they? Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Beth. All right, so first off, I want you to take a piece of paper, and I'm going to move the phone down so you guys can see what I'm doing down here, because we're all tired of my face. You can't turn your phone while live. Huh. Well, I just did. Okay. So, oh, this keeps wanting me to rotate my phone. Maybe if I bring it down, it'll think. Okay. We'll get this going here in a little bit. All right. So here's what I want you to do first. Now, this is really hard, but I think you guys that are here can accomplish this. I want you to fold your piece of paper in half. Gasp! There you go. How's that? I think we'll be able to see that this way. No, now it tells me I can't do that. I'll get this figured out. Oh, I'll move over here. That works. Okay, so we've got this folded in half. And then I want you to take the flap, one side, and line it up with that fold and do another fold. So you end up like this. There you go. I'm going to have to draw it right on my lap. Oh, and through the magic of moving the camera stand. Okay. So, I have a piece of paper folded like this. Now, I want you to take your expensive piece of equipment, your pencil, and hold it clear back by the eraser, because I don't want this line to be dark. And I just want you to lightly draw a line on that flat half. Can you see the line? I was afraid of that. So I'm going to have to draw with marker. which is why I have a marker right here. Okay, so I'm just, making a mess. So you're just going to mark where that flap comes so that when we draw the inside part of our shark, it'll show. So we just want to know where that is going to come down. All right. Now, with your pencil, I want you to draw an oval. Now this is going to be your shark's body. I'm going to have to put a line here so I know. You know, this paper is so awesome because everything comes right up off of it. But nothing writes on it either. Okay. So, we've got this folded and we've got an oval. And in very light lines. Okay, I thought I could get away with, So when I write with a blue pen, it is your pencil sketch lines. And so my drawing is going to end up looking pretty crummy because I can't erase my sketch lines. All right, so you've made an oval. Does everybody know what an oval is? So an oval is a circle that an elephant sat on and squashed a little bit. All right, now we need to draw some triangles because we're drawing sharks and they have fins and they have teeth and they have tails, and all of those things are made with triangles. So let's just do a quick triangle kind of on the back side of this oval. This is and then he's got his dorsal fin, which is below, that we're going to do a triangle to. So, doesn't that look like a shark? Not. Artists know that every drawing that we do, every painting that we do, every project has an ugly stage. We're there. This does not look like a shark. All right, now we're going to add the tail back on this side. Now, shark tails, the upper part is usually a little bigger than the lower part. So we're going to do a big triangle back here and a little triangle down here. So you end up like that. This does not look anything like what your finished project is going to look like because we're going to ink this in and it's going to look completely different when we're done. So now, let's see. I'm going to switch to pencil so I can, from the top of his snout, I want you to come down really lightly right to that fold and back almost to the fin. So like a smile that goes from snout to tail. Now this is the part that we're going to make blue with our markers. if I'm going too slow for the kids, then parents cue me. There's a like a 10-second lag between what I'm doing and what shows up on Facebook. But just say you can speed up, Jen, or something like that, and I'll speed it up. I just don't want to go so fast that they can't keep up, because that's not fun for any of us. All right. Now, so we've done an oval, and we've done triangles, and now let's do a circle. All right. So we're going to do the eye now. So just draw a circle. And then inside that circle, we're going to do another circle, but a little bit smaller. So that gives him like the whites of his eyes showing. Maybe he's scared, maybe he's angry. We'll find out when we do the inside. And then at the side of the circle, another smaller circle. So his eye is made up of 3 circles. The biggest one, and then the inner one, and then the teeny tiny one, which we hopefully will be able to leave white, and that will make it look more lifelike. All right. So we've got that. Let's fix the fins, because that doesn't really look like a shark's fin. They kind of bend backwards so that they slice through the water faster. I don't know why they are, but that seems plausible. So I'm going to take this past the top of that triangle a little bit, and then come back in. Now that looks more like a shark's fin, doesn't it? And then, you know what? Do sharks have a second fin? In the other drawing that I've done, there was a second fin on it, and I kind of just like that. Okay. So, if you want that second fin, put it in. If you don't, then we'll leave it out. And I have to tell you, this is kind of a tubby shark. But when you're drawing cartoons, you can make it however you want to make it. As long as there's features in there that people can recognize the animal that you're drawing or the person that you're drawing, it doesn't matter if everything is absolutely correct. All right, so now let's fix this triangle that is the tail. So in my world, this shark, the tail kind of swings back a little bit. And then the same with this bottom. I can't do this one upside down. I'm so sorry. So now this looks like there's almost a C going on here. There you go. So now we've got the fin fixed and the tail fixed. Now let's work on that dorsal fin. Now the dorsal fin we don't want to put right coming off the belly, because then it would look like it's sticking out of its belly button or something. So we are bringing this fin out from its side. And we want to do the same thing that we did up here with its upper fin, whatever that one's called. I can't remember. Do any of you guys know what that's called? So we're going to do the same thing where we pull this back in. So we're modifying our triangle so that it looks more natural. And now I'm just going to do the line of his belly here. And for his chin, I'm going to give him the indication of a bottom lip. And I'm just going to kind of put a little area that bows out right there. All right. This is so much fun. Okay, sorry. Had a moment of enjoy that. So, Morgan, are you saying that this fin up here is the dorsal fin? And if so, what's the bottom fin? I thought the bottom was the dorsal. Okay, those of you that know me and know my family, my oldest son is on the autism spectrum. He's 30 now, but he's always my go-to. Thank you, Morgan. So this is the dorsal fin, and this is the pectoral fin. Ha. Okay. So, anyway, Tyler knows everything about animals. When he was in kindergarten, one time I asked him about tapirs. Who's ever heard of tapirs? Anyway, his response was, tapir is indigenous to South America, in a little kindergarten age voice. It was hilarious. That was the beginning of the knowledge of what autism is for us. Okay, so dorsal fin, pectoral fin. Thank you for keeping me straight. I'm going to finish inking in around the outside of this. You guys don't have to. I just want to do that so you can see what we're doing a little better. All right. And now I'm going to make this line where the gray or lighter color part of the shark is. And if you hear any noise, you know, I am working from home and I do have a family, so, and the cats like to come down and play when I'm doing artwork. Whatever, cats. They ignore me until I want quiet. All right, I'm going to put a little dot there for a nose. I'm not sure if sharks have noses, but, and I'm going to fill in. There's the big circle, the smaller circle, and the smallest circle. All right, so that looks like one fat shark. This shark must be a good hunter because it doesn't lack for food. I'm going to erase some of my lines. And now we're going to open this up, and you're going to see why we needed that line. Because now we're going to do the expanded version of the shark. You know, it's weird having my computer over here and seeing what I just did 10 seconds ago. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now we're going to have this shark's mouth be wide open. So I'm going to have his lower lip come down just a little bit because I want to see when I close this up the indication down here of teeth below that fold line. All right. And there's no real rhyme or reason. It does kind of look like a giant U. I kind of like the bottom to be a little flatter than the top, but that's just my personal preference. And you know, you can move your paper however you need to move it to make it easier to draw. If you ever want to see an artist drawing, go on to YouTube. Those people, they are moving their paper all around. They always have something to keep their hands from touching their artwork, and they're moving stuff all over the place. So do it however it makes it easy for you. All right, now we're going to add some teeth in. And shark's teeth are triangles. And we're going to do them kind of like the pectoral fins and the dorsal fins, using the correct terminology because I can learn. Uh-oh, but I did forget the tail. Just do a line to connect those two tail parts. Sherry says that she can't wait to show her grandson this. I think he will love this. And he would probably want to change this into dinosaurs. This would be so cool as a dinosaur head. Or here's one that I did this morning. My sad monster turns into a happy monster. They're just so much fun. I'm telling you, I could do these all day. Oh, I can tell I've been making kid videos for the art center because here's a leftover pom-pom. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, people, wait until you see the video on felt flowers. They are adorable. I think I'm going to have to make one for my bedroom. Barney won't mind at all, I'm sure, to have a giant flower. Okay, so back to the shark. We're going to make these teeth kind of pointed towards the inside of its mouth. And you can make the teeth however big you want them to be. That looks like a snake fang. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to give him a few teeth, and that leaves room in here for whatever you guys want to draw for the fish to be swallowing. What in your world is this shark about to chomp on? So now I'm going to put some teeth down below. Oh, he's got more teeth on the bottom. And I'm making them bigger in the front and smaller in the back. I'm not sure why, but I think it looks good. So I'm going to stick with that. All right, so now I'm going to ink in what we've been doing. And you guys are going to ink in after we're done drawing. Then you are just going to have time to be able to fill this in. Oh, this is so fun. I have a hard time talking when I'm drawing. Sorry if it went too quiet there. Oh, and that tail line. So already this is looking pretty darn cool. So we go from shark to attack shark. I love this. This is so cool. So now I'm just going to take a second and erase some of my sketching lines. All right. Now we're going to make a little fish inside. Morgan? Thank you so much. Okay, so Morgan just posted about shark noses. Google says sharks have two nostrils called nares below their snout that are used for smelling, but they don't join up to the back of the throat like our nose does, so they can't sneeze like we do. If something floats into their nares, they might try to shake it out. Okay, so now I'm picturing chill. Shark sneezes. So instead, they just have to shake it. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Thank you for being my fact checker, Morgan. I appreciate that. Anytime I'm doing a live video, would you just get on and help me? Because I need people like you. All right. Okay, so now we're going to draw something here. Now, in the example that I had on Facebook, there was a fish here. But is there something else that a shark, it might be funny for a shark to be about to chomp on? You know, if you wanted to give this to somebody for a birthday, maybe you would draw birthday cake in here. Like, happy birthday! Sorry, the shark got your cake. That was pretty lame. I'm sorry. I'm not known for my humor. But anyway, I'm going to put a fish in there. If you want to put a fish in there, like that poor scared fish, whatever you want to draw in there, please do. And then instant message me pictures of what you're doing. So here comes my little fish. Let's see. Here's his mouth. It's wide open. Ah! And he's got big eyes. And here's Dr. Seuss. I'm going to use a Dr. Seuss fish. I saw one here that I like the shape of that fish. How he's kind of like almost standing up instead of swimming this direction. He's kind of swimming upright. So it gives him, it kind of personifies him a little bit, makes him more human to be swimming that direction, just like this one. I love the one driving the car though. Wouldn't that be fun to have a fish in a car driving into the shark? Oh, that could be hilarious. All right, so, but my fish is going to be kind of this direction. We'll see. I'm not a Dr. Seuss artist, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. And my fish looks really more happy than scared. All right. So he needs some fins coming here, pectoral fins. And then I'm going to do dorsal fins that are all spiked out, like he's really scared. So his hair's standing up on end. But he still looks really happy. Oh man. Ah. I've got to change that mouth. That's the problem. It's amazing how just changing some lines can totally, completely change the look of your drawing. Like the shark's eye. If I put a line up here, the shark looks a little surprised. Whoop. If I put a line down this way, he looks a little sad. If I put the line here, then he looks angry. That's just crazy to me, how you can change the emotions on someone's face by the placement of eyebrows. Oh my gosh, this poor shark can't breathe. We have no gills. And these are just kind of flat C's. Sorry about that, Mr. Sharky. There we go. All right, I'm gonna make his eye black. Are you guys making fish? Let's see. I should be able to see a little bit of... I apologize. I jump when I'm drawing. I jump all over the place. This fish's tail kind of looks mermaidish, doesn't it? The way it comes down. So there's my fish. It still looks a little happy. Anybody have any suggestions? Oh, Angela R. Godin joined us. Hi, Angela. She's my boss. Now she knows that I draw when I'm supposed to be working. There we go. Now my fish looks surprised. Gasp. All right, I'm going to put some little lips around that fish. We are about to the point that we get to get the markers out. If I'm waiting and I don't need to be waiting, here's something you can do. Under his mouth, shade those teeth just a little bit. It kind of looks like he needs to go to the shark dentist or something. But that makes his nose look like it's coming out a little bit. And the same down here. It makes the teeth go inside the mouth instead of being on the same plane as the mouth. All right, and I'm going to put a little bit of shading here. Under his lip, so it makes his lip look cool. Maybe a little here. Oh, this eye. Let's make this eye sink in a little bit, and on the back side, put some shading in here. Now, when you put your marker over this, some of this will disappear, but some of it will show up. And then I'm going to do the same with the gills to make them look like they come up out of the skin. And just doing a little bit of shading like this really changes the look of your drawing. So now, see how much different that looks? And the same with the teeth on the bottom. All right. So I'm going to ink in my little fish that's about to get swallowed. And then we'll get the markers out and have some fun with those markers. So I gave my fish eyebrows that are clear up there. So that helps him look surprised. Woo! And I also put some little lines beside his tail that shows that tail's moving. So at the Art Center, we have a fish. His name is Philip. And, you know, the Art Center's closed right now. So Angela was saying we need an update on Philip. So Philip is at home with one of my coworkers, Kate. And so hopefully Kate's taking good care of Philip. I'm sure she is. You will note that they did not send Philip home with me. I have 2 cats. That could be dangerous. Kate has cats too. I don't do well taking care of things. All right, so this is where we're at. Let's get the markers. Now, in my drawing that I did, I had blue on the upper part and gray down here. You can make your shark whatever color you want your shark to be. Oh, Kate's on. Hi, Kate. She says she's the one that has Philip at home, but she said Philip is fine. Good. This is not Philip. All right. I'm ready for markers. Woohoo! So, I have another piece of paper over here because I want to show you. Oh, look! I was drawing cartoons on that too. I want to show you that you can change your line and the way you draw with markers to help your artwork. So, your marker has a little pointy tip, but it also has a fat tip. So, if I hold my marker straight up and down, I get a skinny line. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on, just a skinny line. But if I want a fat line, I have 2 choices. First off, I can press harder. That's hard on my marker tip though, but I did get a wider line. Or I can hold my marker down flat so that big fat part, ooh, look at that line. That's a big old fat line. Now, if I'm coloring a big space, which with our shark, we've got some big spaces. If I just go like this, then I end up having overlap. So here's how I want you to practice filling in big spaces with markers. Do lines that are offset. It takes a little bit longer, but your drawing looks better. So when I come in from the other side, I can fill it in. So I don't end up having two areas that meet and have a line. I don't know if you can see that. There's a line that ends up right there. But if I do it this way, then there isn't a line because they're all overlapping here and there. So it's more random instead of a line. So just practice that. It's just a pro tip. All right, now let's go. Somebody tell me what color my little fish should be. How about let me see. Sorry for my head there. Julie Waters, if you're still on, what color should my little fish that's about to be eaten be? All right, in the meantime, I'm going for a pink fish. A pink shark, I mean. I am not a big pink fan. All right, see on this fin how I've been kind of random, and that's called feathering. I'm bringing the color out so it's easier to fill in. Nasers. Oh, there's my shark's naser. Bless their hearts. They can't sneeze. Boy, this shark is definitely fierce girl power. All right, so I've just done this area around the eye, and do you see where I added that shading with pencil? You can still see the pencil under there. Oh, Angela says she's been coloring with marks wrong my whole life. I know, but you get a better look if you do it this way. And this also works with colored pencils, Angela. I know you like to do colored pencil work. So you can do the same concept using your colored pencils. By the way, we are going to be uploading some videos of Miss Ann at Young Hearts up in Westmont. It's a bookstore. And she is doing some kid videos for us, reading books. And then I'm going to do an art video that has to do with the same book. And the first book is one of my favorites, and I can't remember, by one of my favorite authors, and I can't remember the name of the book. But you guys be watching for it because it's going to be so cool. And Anne does a really good job reading the books, and she has so many cool books. They are not open right now, but if there's a book that you would like, she can order it from the warehouse and have it shipped directly to you. And if you would use her instead of something like Amazon, then it's helping support local community, and that would make all the difference in the world. All right. Julie never answered me. All right, Angela said to do the little fish blue, and so I'm going to. All right. And I'm just doing this blue really lightly. Oh. Here's another little trick. Now, just because I'm sitting here in my studio and I happen to have a paintbrush right by and water that my cat has been drinking, she likes, it's clear water. Don't worry, she's not going to get sick. These markers are water-based. So if I come in with water, I can bleed out this, and then it turns my markers into watercolor. Did you know you could do that, people? I learned that from a preschool teacher way back about 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's been that long. When we were worried about Y2K instead of COVID-19. So she was doing this on her preschool kids' graduation. And I was like, I'm an adult and I never knew that was a possibility. So anyway, just a little tip there. All right, now I get to do the rest of the shark. But look how smooth that little fishy looks now. He does need something going on in his mouth, because his mouth looks more like he's got food stuck on his face or something. So I'm going to do a red mouth. And the same as around the eye, if I want that mouth to look a little more 3D, all I have to do is put some shading on the one side of it, and boom. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that mouth suddenly has depth. All right, now I need to do this part. I can't do purple. It's going to be orange. She's pink and orange. Beth Bays, are you still here? If you are, see what I mean? This is so much fun and so easy and so transferable. These cards would be hilarious to do for selling at craft bazaars and stuff. And you could do one and then send it to a print shop and have them printed. What a moneymaker. Maybe I should do that. Okay, can I just say I am too impatient for big spaces. This is driving me nuts. Everything in me wants to get a paintbrush and just whoosh, have it all done. But yet, if I had colored pencils in my hands, I could work for an hour on this space right here and be thrilled to death. All right. I feel like I'm the last one done. Maybe I've been talking too much. I don't know. I always talk too much. Okay, so here's another art term. It's called cross-hatching, when you go over the top in a different direction. So when I first did this, I was coming along this way. Now I'm going side to side. And then I can come straight up and down, and it just adds to the texture of it and a little bit different type of coverage. Cross-hatching. All right. So here we are. From cool shark to wow, surprise. So I want to see pictures of you guys' sharks that you have done. And then if you get creative to go from sad short to happy long, anything else that you do, send to us in our instant message or through Messenger to let us see what you have done for this fun, easy project. Thanks for being with me today. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too, and I hope that you learned some skills that you can transfer to other things. This is Jen at the Community Arts Center. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Bye-bye.